Alexis, what part of Connecticut are you from?
I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
So what inspires you to become a poet, an author?
Well, I have like the worst story of how I started writing. I was in 7th grade and I was bored in the back of the geography class. And I just started writing, and from then on I just kept writing and getting better. Mostly what inspires me is my emotions. Things I go through, things I see. So that's what mainly inspires me.
What's the name of your book?
Well, my book is Journey Through Love. This book was inspired by my first time being in love, 07, 08. So that's where all the poems from here come from and were inspired by.
Where can we find your book?
This is available online at authorhouse.com, barnesandnobles.com, and Amazon.
So you're a poet. Do you write anything besides poetry?
Nope, strictly poetry.
The field of writing and publishing books, and that's like very competitive. What do you feel like sets you apart from other poets?
I feel this book and all the poems I write, they're straight from the heart. They're no holds barred. They're just raw emotion, straight to the point. So I think that's what sets me apart. I do use metaphors and stuff, but you can tell what I'm talking about. It's just raw emotion.
What's your favorite poem from your book?
It's called The Lost Gift. The Lost Gift is about me talking about how love is a lost gift to me and to society. Dealing with relationships and just dealing with people in general. I feel like love is a lost gift today.
When is your book release?
My book release is June 28th. It's going to be at the German Club in Bridgeport, Connecticut from 5 to 9 p.m.
Like, who inspired you to start writing poems?
No one really inspired me. I just believe that it was a gift from God, and at that time it just clicked in. From then I have been reading poetry. Maya Angelou, rest in peace to her, she was an amazing poet. She inspires me, to keep pushing on and to better myself as a poet and as a person.
What motivates you?
People, I feel like people read my words and they might connect to it and they might feel something from it. They might, heal from it, entertain. So my motivation is to, get my poems out to people so they can enjoy it. They might heal from it and learn something from it.
You have a website?
Yeah, I have a website. It's www.obsessedpoetically.com. It has a few samples of my poetry on there. The design was created by Deontay Noble, a friend of mine. So yeah, it just has a sample of my poems on there and pictures that represent them. So you guys can check it out.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself being a full-time author. I have over 300 poems, so I'm planning on publishing, most of them. And, I write all the time, so I'm planning on to keep publishing books. This lady at my job, she wanted me to write a poem for her son's baby shower, so I wrote that for her. Or if somebody's going through something in a relationship, they're like, all right, Alexis, I feel like this, I just can't write it down. Can you do it? I love writing, so.
Have you done any spoken words?
I haven't. I'm on my way there now. My premiere will be at my book release. So I'm taking baby steps into getting into that. I'm, practicing and learning.
Out of all the 300 poems you've written, what was your favorite one? Was it about a relationship, some hard time you had, some good time you had?
My favorite poem, I can tell you that easily. It's called Me and You, and basically, talking about poetry as if it's a person, my best friend, we've been through all of this. So that's my favorite poem. It means, the most to me because poetry has, got me through a lot of stuff. So I feel like it is, my best friend, my gift. Yeah, that's my favorite poem. It's called Me and You.
What would you like the world to know about Alexis the poet?
I am coming. Poetry is, the essence of me. I love it. It means the world to me. And I want people to see that, when they read, when they talk to me, to know that, this means the world to me. I want to be an author. And I want them to see poetry through me.
Your book, Journey Through Love, is a preview to...
It's the first half of my journey through love.
Did you design your own book cover?
No, my friend Lorenzo Gordon in New York, he designed the book cover. Will, he did some of the pictures. Another friend of mine, Montel, did some of the pictures. And the ones that are drawn, my brother did. The person who inspired the book, I didn't say his name, but I acknowledged him in there. he did inspire the poem. So
What's the best reaction personally that you've had to someone reading a poem of yours?
all right, so the book came out a couple of months ago, and this lady at my church, she bought it. I was like, nervous because there's some language in there and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she gave it to her mother to read. I'm like, oh my gosh. I came to church like the next week and her mother wasn't there, but she was like, my mother read your book in one day. And she was like, that says a lot because she can't, read a lot because her eyes. And she said she read your book in one day and she enjoyed it. And, she's like 70. So I was like, amazed about that. Because I know, like, young people get it, but older people, I'm like, iffy about it because, like, the language and all that. But she said she read it in one day and she enjoyed it. So that made my week. Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Alexis Pettway. You can find me on Instagram, Poetic Lex. And you can find me on Twitter, Poetic Lex. Thank you to everybody that helped me with this process of publishing my book. Thank you so much. Thank you to Who's Who CT for having me. You guys are great. And I hope to see everybody at my book release, June 28th.